disappointing to hear, man. I'm the type of guy who's played them all, but we can waffle all we want, but there's a game in front of us. We have Halo here on our screens, and off the get-go already, Waystation holding the objective, holding that oddball, and I tell you what, they're already finding a corner.
Yeah, impressive. You usually wait to see if either team is going to grab 4 dead before looking to make that push. They went to grab the oddball early. Waystation able to get just barely 9 points out of it. But Frag here, he's got that active camo. And 4 down for We Get Wiped as Waystation looking to solidify this hold here on the C side.
Well, straight away pushing into the C deck. And they're going to get an immediate progression coming in. Of course, active camo, great, but holding that oddball, it kind of negates the whole point of it, as from afar, you can see Fragget just unable to connect and get the job done as the We Get Wiped keep themselves out of harm's way, and in doing so, unable to get close enough to the oddball, but they will apply a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Waystation losing some members here as the We Get Wiped wave is crashing down onto this Waystation setup here. And Waystation, they play the ball in back tram, which means when the pressure does come, they're not in a position to throw the oddball out. As a result, We Get Wiped able to take the C side setup right out from under Waystation here, get scoring going their way.
And in doing so, you can see Meat playing a bit more aggressive, trying to stop the push from Waystation. In doing so, now giving him a great flank position to play with. Ball is down, it's going to be chucked away, but it's going to be 6-10. It's going to keep things going, and We Get Wiped. A good push from Waystation, but it's Wiped not getting their name, and they keep themselves alive in this game.
I love the hesitation there from Waystation. They needed to wait for their teammate Ty Drip to get off the respawn to begin this oddball setup crunch. They've had a slight power play, 3-on-3 now as Frag looking to make his presence felt. Offspring as well, looking to take down these We Get Wiped stragglers out towards Ivy. Sun's looking to barely able to get that kill. Sasquatch able to grab one. Kills going back and forth here. Hyperactive 2-on-2. This oddball still anyone's game. Drip able to come up with that kill. It's got that active camouflage as well. Should be Waystation's ball here on the C side.
Yeah, the ball hasn't been able to escape from C side as well. No way to push it, as we said earlier. The other areas of the map can't push it down to that driveway because already We Get Wiped is already there, as Drip doing a great job to defend one off it. The oddball still stuck. Nowhere to go, nowhere to push. And Waystation, bit of predicament as here comes 6-10, as he will go high, but he can't get much from it. He will fall, and Waystation keep this alive. And I'm surprised no one going for the move, but finally the oddball going away and running out of C-section.
Yeah, I mean, Pixel stuck between a rock and a hard place. We Get Wiped members in front and behind of them, and firstly forced to give up that oddball right as they're looking across that 80-second mark. Both teams still jostling for the C-side position. We Get Wiped, they took the oddball out of Waystation's hand, and unfortunately, it looks like they end up running right into the respawners, giving Waystation a really solid possession here. Looks like they're going to reclaim this oddball.
And guess what? We were talking about it, them temporarily getting this ball out of C-section. Now we're straight back here. It was almost like they don't want to move from it. It's a good defensive line, but you can't rotate, you can't move. You're almost pinning yourself into the corner, allowing your bully to beat you to the floor. However, time was all they needed, and Waystation, that's round 1 to them.
And I mean, if you're Waystation, you've got Ty, you've got Suns going to work. Both players with 7 slays leading the lobby here in that round 1 victory. So they're not looking to play that rotation game at Hyperactive. They're happy to invite the confrontation as they were thriving with that slay, that absolute dogfight that was going on down there in back tram.
Go onto a new round. Already Get Wiped, losing Papa, and that will be difficult. Drip will fall as well. So a brief moment, they're allowed Get Wiped to grab the oddball. This time, well, we're going over to PD, and we're going to the opposite side of the map. Shotgun in play, still not going to be enough as the beatdown will be successful for Waystation. Power weapon dropped on the floor. And that's going to be quickly retrieved if it does. I don't think it will be. So that's going to go. And just a heads up, some random person has joined the wiped team.
Yeah, seems they've called for reinforcements. I guess they're trying to usher him out of the lobby. Neither team seems to be, throwing up the white flag or calling for the game to just come to an end. I'm not sure if either team has really noticed, although it seems Frag able to be the beneficiary of that extra player as he takes him down. There is the call scoreline. I assume it'll just be a replay round 2, but
welcome back as we get back straight into the action. Of course, the score lines have been reset on the bottom, so do not get confused. Waystation are a game up, and they will take this with pride. But I tell you what, already off the get-go, well, they're getting a little wiped by Get Wipe as they've already got the upper hand and already have this lead.
It looks like a little restart was all they needed to get the blood pumping, get them locked in, although Waystation not to be denied. Hot off this respawn. Sir Charles here already facing some pressure, some help from 610, gonna calm the storm, but that active camouflage from Suns, the 2 top players already going to work for Waystation. Suns still got that active camouflage in play, looking to continue to go to work, gonna find an assist. It seems Waystation this time able to take that A setup out from under We Get Wiped.
Yeah, and it's working all too well. Great sight lines down. You can see Offspring. He's spotted 2. He's going to call that information. They've got to be careful they don't go through the mid section of the map. But you can see Frigate's got that locked down and done. And there's the mid I called. I called it earlier. And they are trying to push through. It's not going to work too well. Charles trying to find a way, maybe even deny the oddball. He's a little too far away. Tries for the jump up. Not going to be successful, and the progression continues to keep going. 40 seconds have gone in favor of Waystation, and this round is getting almost done.
And Pixel and Waystation here, they're playing it in PD. This is another one of these scenarios. This is the A version of what we were talking about last round. If you just want to invite confrontation, force We Get Wiped to get all up in your grill, you play it in PD. The only downside is they can't hit the ball very far. You see Waystation go down. They can barely get it out towards back A here, and so We Get Wiped off the back of some slays, looking to move the ball into PD. This is far from free, however, as Sir Charles gonna go down. Waystation looking to take the setup right back. They completely wipe We Get Wiped here.
Frigate is on fire at the moment. He's picked up the oddball, so he's not going to be slaying anymore. He's got 5 kills to his name, but those 5 have come with great progression and succession as the push from the Get Wiped will only find 1. Frigate still holding it all by himself, so they need to be careful. And you can see Jiggle peeking, baiting the enemy in. Frigate somehow is still alive. He will finally fall. Oddball now in the open area. So this is now anyone's game to pick up, but you've got to be careful. Yes, finally, Wipe will get it, but they're doing it with a lot of Waystation all around them.
A whole lot of pressure. They're trying to make something out of a bad scenario here. Their next mistake could be their last. Waystation just 24 and change from taking this second round that would give them the win. A little tie here. He's got to clear out some space. We Get Wiped. He's got some thorns in his side. He's the only one here to take them out. 610 going to be the one taking out Ty Drip there to get scoring. Continuing or We Get Wiped here.
You saw the AR being used, not commonly used inside of professional style of gameplay. But I tell you what, when you need to spray and pray, it will come alive as it will continue to progress on to the white side. They need to get this past at least 50 points to have a good shot, but they're in danger because guess who's coming back at it? It's going to be Offspring and Ty coming in to swoop the oddball and to take it into their hands. The backstab will come in, and now Wiped trying to apply even more pressure as Pixel is going to run for his life. It's not going to go for too long. 15 seconds left.
Absolute chaos hyperactive. Neither team really playing for that 4 dead. They get any slight window, any sort of numbers down scenario, 2-on-2, 2-on-3. Doesn't matter if any kills are going down. They're happy to play it. And Waystation, they're coming out on top in this scenario, 98, 99, and just barely able to sneak that 100 in past We Get Wiped for the map 1W.
Absolutely, great areas, the top towers, going to be some great battle points, but again, we can talk about what we want, but we're going straight into it, and already off the get-go, Frigate is trying to get the angles, not going to get it off too well, big question is who's carrying that sniper and who has got the advantage.
And just for everyone watching at home, since the new status who is here, with status who now we get wiped, but it's also flipped. Waste Station is on the right, Fragget and company, and then of course status who on that left side with 610 and company. Big Papa's got that active camouflage going to work with the big punch out of that tunnel. Looking to do a little more damage with that bandit. Not going to be able to find the kill he needs. He certainly thought he had a regular frag grenade there. But off to a decent close start. Certainly want to put that active camouflage to work. He's trying to find another target. Seems he's found one out here towards Nest. One shot, one kill. Not going to matter with that back smack at his disposal.
The back smack is always a massive BM in any form of Halo. I'm a man who likes to get the assassination animation out. That's the type of thing I like to do. But nonetheless, Big Papa still going and still making sure damage is done. But Waste Station, they've allowed it all to get tied up. A few unnecessary deaths have gone against them, but they find a little lead and say to bring things back as they go and push over to the top towers. Offspring trying to shoot through the cracks. Izzy got the engagement. He finds one, but he knows there's a second around the corner. He needs to be careful with it because Meeks is just there off the back. It's a 2v1. Meeks won't win that.
Really looking to come in for some support here. However, Ty gonna shut that down as well with the double kill. 3 dead. 4 status 2. PlayStation looking to open up a subtle lead. Sir Charles has got to be careful. You don't want to end up in that respawn blender. He's isolated here from his help. You wonder if Waystation, they're not going to look to put the pressure. Sir Charles, the help has come through. Seems to be some fighting out towards Turbine for that active camouflage. Status Who and company looking to move carefully. It looks to come online. I believe that's 10 seconds here.
Yeah, you want to quickly nab that as soon as possible. Hence why a few of them hovering rounds as Frigate again gets a lovely backstab and says thank you very much. The Fist of Fury's gonna do its job, but we're not seeing much of the sniper in play here. Not many people opting to grab it, or if they are grabbing it, not hitting the shots that they need with it. Nonetheless, that little lead, it was at 6-4 at one point, now 12-10. The gap closed in and, well, Wasted keep things close and make sure that Waste Station are not getting too much of a lead as, again, Waste Station keeps the fight going.
You mentioned it. Where is that sniper rifle action? Sun's looking to bring some of that to our screen right here, ladies and gentlemen. He's facing a whole lot of pressure. That first shot gonna go just a bit wide, as is the second, and he's gonna be taken down. Seems both players, or both teams rather, making it a point of emphasis to not let anyone get warmed up with that sniper rifle. I believe you are correct, Hyperactive. I don't think we've seen it in the kill feed a single time so far here in this game.
If you hit the body, it takes away the shield, but if you can pop them in the head, job is done. And a nade in the feed as well, so rarely seeing those, usually used to push your enemy away, take away their shield, not to do the kill. That's usually not the case. The sniper, again, doing a body shot, taking away the shield, making life just a little bit easier. But it's not finding the kills that they dearly want. Again, a body shot, but they'll switch over, get the kill done. So it's being a useful tool nonetheless, just not in the way we want it.
A little education, just because it's not in the feed doesn't mean it's not providing value. Frag nearly able to pick up a third. Still on the hunt for it. The repulse going to be too little too late from Meeks. Frag looking to pick up a double kill. Got to get through a reload first. Able to do that in spades. On board to that killing spree. Looking for the bit of a delayed triple. Going to have to settle for an assist. But Frag is on a tear so far here in this map, Hyperactive. He's leading the lobby in slays, and he's got 5 assists to his name as well.
That's always a massive game to play, Big Papa. He is the next one, also on 8, but he doesn't really have the assists. He's got 1 less there. So, KD-wise doing well as that headshot was crisp, but just before he went behind the barrier. Papa, he is the Papa of this Wasted side. He continues to fry as he pulls the lead even further. 10 kills to his name. And hey, That's a weight to carry, and he will continue to get aggressive as he looks for more of the way station.
Some crisp shots from Big Papa. He's gonna need a couple more here if he wants to come out on top that time, but a battle of the top frags. Seems Way Station's leader, Frag, gonna come out on top that time, continuing to push this lead. I mean, Status Who, they've been one step behind. The lead was as large as 6, but it's, I mean, Status Who have not been able to get that much closer. Don't believe we've seen a tie since 0-0 here at the start of this game. Way Station just one step ahead. Ty, of course, also a big part of that as well. Only 6-6, but he's also another member of Way Station with those 5 assists to his name. Very balanced team effort from them.
I'll tell you what, I think they've spotted out the 2. They're just trying to pin them over towards that top tower. The push in from Papa is he will find one with a punch, but in doing so, Fragget gets aggressive as well. They're going to force the last to go over to the side. That's Meeks. He will fall. And it's 31-24 and almost hitting that 10-kill lead. And when we start hitting those numbers, danger and sweat drips on the opposition as they know that deficit is almost impossible to close up.
Not just a 10-kill lead, but slowly approaching that 40-kill marker. That's about the point when Slayer tends to flip on its head. You see the winning team. Usually we play that buddy system. 2 players turn a corner. You just play for trades. That's the point where it could be too little, too late. Status Who have one last gasp here. The lead yet again. Back down to 6 for Way Station. That QT on Sir Charles. The frag grenade is going to go a bit wide, but he knows he's got someone up here with that top tower. It's a VIP with that sniper rifle. Sir Charles going to take it for himself. Going to find one with the no-scope, the punch on his way down. Chaos out here on the tower side. Hyperactive, but Way Station still on top.
I tell you what, we need to get your name and make sure you have a good sandwich because this is a feast of a battle that is coming through, even though the scoreline is slowly pushing to that 8-point deficit between the 2 teams. You've got to be careful because one lack of judgment and Way Station can fall right into the grips of Wasted. You need to be careful. That's the active camo. Trying to get the hit, it'll work, and that's going to be a great kill. Now, he's given away his position. Pixel gets a second. Gets denied. A Sasquatch will get to the hit instead.
A boxing ring out there on top tower, Hyperactive. I don't know if Sasquatch meant to hit the player with active camouflage, but I mean, all's well that ends well. The engagement out there on top tower doesn't shake out too badly for Status Who, but yet again, I mean, we're a broken record up here saying this, Hyperactive. The lead still in Way Station's hands. They've crossed that 40-kill mark here at 42 and still have a 7-kill advantage. It could be too little too late as Frag picks up yet another. He's got 16. The man has been an absolute problem. 16 kills, 8 assists, 9 deaths. Looking to grab another one here. Maybe just gonna leave it to his teammates. He's done such a good job that he takes some damage. Just let Ty finish it off. I mean, of course, he's got a 3-headed dragon. 3 players in double figures for Way Station. Might be too much for Status Who to overcome here in map 2.
I tell you what, Pixel isn't too far away. 1 kill and he can join the double-digit squad. 3 kills remaining now. Finally, Wasted up to 10 kills remaining to get this job done. But they've got to pull something out the bag. Almost go flawless to bring this back into play. We see Sir Charles up above. That might be an easy frag. No, can't hit his shots. So that won't go into their favor. Offspring falls. Still 2 to go for the Way Station side. 1 left. All could be done and dusted. It takes 1 kill to finish it off as they will buddy up, try and stick together, and that's the job done. Second map for Way Station. Different games. But here we go. We're straight into it, and I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting fight to kick things off as the first hill opens up.
First hill is a tough one out by these batteries here. See a lot of recharge. You need a lot of kills to go in your favor to really begin racking up time. Batteries can be hit or miss. There's obviously there's literally 4 of them. 4 batteries to find some cover from grenades, but of course you're surrounded on all sides. Frag and Sasquatch going to trade their lives on the hill. They're both teams still looking for the first solid set of slays to really get that hill time going. You want to see teams unite in that red pipes area of the map. If you're able to lock that down, you at least have one less side to worry about. Ty with that shock rifle in hand. Gonna help his team get some time on this first hill.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do. Misses the first shot, so not the greatest start of it all, but I tell you what, that nade's going to stop the rotation coming through. Shot rifle back out. It's going to get a good hit. It was actually just in the neck, so not enough to kill straight away, but hey, take away the armor. One shot will do it, and from the flank, it's going to be Sasquatch going in to disrupt, and they need to hop onto point, start to get the contest, stop anyone from progressing, but it won't last for too long. However, tell you what, the teammates were there as it's down to Ty to try and put himself in a contested position. Waste Station, they were nearly done.
Yeah, if I'm Ty, don't desperate this hill. You've got respawners coming in, and you have a lot of time on your side. Status Who being the one to aggress the hill with that lower percentage. Just now passing Waste Station, and it might be too little too late as Waste Station looking to take the hill back for themselves. That's about 15 seconds, maybe 10 and change on this hill, so Status Who needs to get a move on. Ty doesn't have too much in the way of teammates, so he's looking all around and unfortunately going to get the victim of a punch right to the face because of it, but Waste Station's still able to come out on top with that first kill.
Again, luckily, just having a distant buddy able to just dip their toe onto the point, put it to their favor, but I tell you what, already, it's going to be wasted already, we are wasted already onto the next point. And they've got themselves a little harder point, a little cubby hole, a little corridor. Doesn't allow for much sightline, but one good nade will force players off point. But uncontested at this point, it's all red in the feed.
It might be for just a little bit longer as Waste Station, they found that hole in the armor out towards the long haul side of things. They've taken down 2 members of Status Who and looking to get time ticking in their favor. You want to see Frag's teammates here take up presence in the attic side of things, so that way that sort of thing doesn't happen. You don't have players descending from the trippy box from trip stack. Unfortunately, they're not able to cover their weak spot, and Status Who looking to take this hill right back because of it.
Absolutely, and that is going to be a good hold if you're Status Who. You want to get that retaliation straight back, and you're looking again, no pressure for the final remaining seconds, all tied up. We go to the whirlpool, we go to the middle, near to middle of the map, but this is going to be a bit harder again, as this is got a few sight lines here, and especially a few angles that you can shoot through.
Yeah, if you've played strongholds on this map and you're holding AB, it's the same MO. You have a variety, you have players in a variety of spots on A. You have that player for the cross out towards attic. But yet again, Status Who able to shut down Waste Station, who aren't in the proper positions. The only question is, are Status Who going to get into the right spot? Seems to be a bit of a scramble for this hill, but a 2-piece from Scratch Squad certainly going to calm things down.
Will calm them down indeed, but it still progresses to Status Who. Status Who really bringing the game in. They will be pushed off for a brief moment. Shield goes up to defend one of the sites, and that's brilliant. Anyone going through the bridge will not be able to get through all too easy. The active camo will be popped up as Fragget will find one, say thank you very much, and guess what? We talk about Fragget often. He's already got 9 kills to his name, looking to make it 10. He's popping off today, not necessarily going for the OBJ, but he is making sure it's clear for his teammates to claim.
And if I'm his teammate, like you mentioned, he's not going for the OBJ, so you're able to rack up a whole lot of time. Wouldn't be surprised if Pixel and Suns are doing just that. It seems Suns was taken out by Meeks here, trying to do just that. This third hill, incredibly contested. Meeks looking to take out these back elevator stragglers, while Status Who looking to rack up time. A lot of scrap time between these two teams, Hyperactive. Neither squad able to really get this solidified back A hold. 3 down for Waste Station. So it might be an opportunity for Status Who to do just that.
Yeah, and Status Who, they're not going to get contested any further, so well done. That's going to be another 2 there. We move over back to the side of the Hydro Silo, all around the silo, as we are going to see if I can get my brain working. It's going to be onto the plat. This one, again, a bit confined. 2 entries. But those 3 entries technically, but look at that sightline. You have to be on the corner. You've got to be careful because C is extremely open.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Again, you need at least one player out towards that attic area. You see Frag having to fight multiple battles. There's a player out here in control. His teammates are fighting the battle out on long haul. I guess good news, they're not in the proper positions, but they're winning every single fight. It was 3 down for Status Who for just a moment there. Frag running into one too many bandit rifles, able to get out of harm's way. And that might be all Waste Station need. They're just about 90% of the way towards tying us up yet again. A double kill from Ty. Certainly gonna get us all tied up here, 2 apiece here in map 3.
And this is where I love this point. I think I remember when point 1 was actually over here. I think they have done a little adjustments to the stronghold, but sorry, of the King of the Hill. However, you can, as you can see, Offspring just sit in the corner, gives you good cover from 2 sides, have your teammates up onto the bridge, and then all you have to do is swing out to the stairs, swing out to C, get those couple of kills, and job is done. Spawning behind you is fine because they will jump over you and you have time to kill them off. And I tell you what, this is a near perfect hold here, and they will claim this and bring the lead back into the favor of Waste Station.
Yeah, Status 2, they're getting a couple slays going their way, hyperactive, but it's too little, too late. As you mentioned, Waste Station had that AC patrol going through control. Down, pat, so they're able to lock down that entire side. You saw the Hill Guardian, who was that, I believe, for Ty. He was just able to chill on the hill, as you mentioned, because of the space his teammates bought him, and now looking pretty good. This is the hill they won to get scoring going in their direction the first time around. If they're able to get it here on lap 2, that'll be the 3-0 sweep for Waste Station. Status Who doing pretty good so far on this lap 2, already 50% of the way there, though.
They have really got a good position. Just been pushed off. Now an opportunity for Waste Station to really get onto point, but it will be claimed once again for Status Who. They've really locked down this point, but you can see where they're spawned, where they're positioned. They're more prepared for the second kill, and they might look to just play with that hill. Nade goes in, but it's only a slither left for Status Who. And you gotta be questioning, do you just run onto point? No, you don't just yet. Big Papa gets 1. He's down, no shield, nothing less he can do, but he continues to engage with no shield. No fear from Big Papa. That's why he has 10 kills to his name. Point now going for Waste Station, and the rotations change as now Status Who are prepared for the second point. But they can't wait. They have to fight here.
10 kills and 11 assists as well. Everybody eats if you're on Big Papa's team, and 3 down for Waste Station. So Status Who eating a lot of damage, and it seems Sasquatch going to be the one to get that last touch as we move on to that Blue Pipes Hill. You mentioned it, a dreaded cubby. You're in there, a whole lot of grenades going your way if your teammates aren't careful. Ty looking to do a bit of cleanup crew here. A player out towards Trip Stack to be able to find them. He's also got a player out towards back Hydro, who's going to absolutely nuke him off the map, but he's able to buy some space for Waste Station to get some time going in their favor here.
And that's a great defense. That repulse shield massively helping, able to deny any push that came in, and Status 2, if they can find a way to flank round, they could have got through. They did try, it didn't work, but continuously they keep on going. One player on point. Now the hill is neutral, but in doing so, Big Papa has exposed himself. Waste Station continue to lock down the fort, but Charles is gonna continue to fight his way through. Can't get it done. The point nearly over, nearly done. It changes over just at the last second. Status Who now have control.
And Status Who gonna have to play some basically perfect Halo here. You see Waste Station about 90% of the way towards what will be the last hill they'd need for that 3-0 sweep. Status Who now looking to go down easy. The punch just a bit short from Big Papa. Ty's able to come out on top. It's 3 down for Status Who. Sasquatch needs to be perfect. He's got no time to even try as Waste Station lock down.